want to wear the default outfit, you go. You rock it. It's all good. You wear it whether you're size 0 or size 30. You go. But if you're like me and you want to find a variant, she also has this very sexy school teacher outfit.
Yeah.
So, you know, I guess the point we want to get across is don't be afraid to research your options. If you have a character that you're just passionate about, sometimes you can find other things to wear. Like I probably sit up here for a whole another panel and name a whole bunch of character variants. So we're going to move along.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so basically, if you find a design you really like, but you're still not comfortable wearing it, there's a couple ways that you can make it a little bit more emotionally comforting. If you're going to do like a corset or something that laces up the back, you can add a modesty panel to the back of it, and that'll keep the skin from showing through the laces. If you're worried about, you know, I guess the best, I don't know if a PC word is back fat coming through the back of it. You know, you can add a modesty panel for that. If you're too worried about the hems on a skirt or a dress or even a top, you can lower them too. If you're like a Sailor Moon's Sailor Senshi outfit that has a really short skirt, you can lower that skirt, you know, a couple inches if you feel more comfortable not showing that much of your legs.
It's not really a skirt, it's a butterfly.
Well, you can bring up, if you're wearing like very low-rise pants, like since I'm already in one piece, if you see Nami's time skip outfit from One Piece, she has very low-rise jeans. Get a higher-rise jean if that's the outfit you really want to do and you're not comfortable showing that much midriff. And if you do want to do a bare midriff, you can also do flesh-colored fabric. So they actually sell the type of like pantyhose type of spandex outfit.
Do you want to? Since that's what the next.
Yeah, that's what
And you can airbrush it to make it look more human.
You can airbrush it, or you can just so if you're going to do like a mermaid outfit, for example, you can actually just sew flesh-colored fabric.
I mean, that's what they do at Disney.
I've actually done a modesty panel for Marjorie Tyrell. So because I don't out.
Love fashion.
Okay. So the next part of this would be shapewear. This is once you got the costume on, is how to increase your confidence with the actual costume. And the best ways to do this is stuff like stretch undergarments, shapewear. There's lots of different examples. These are mostly female versions up here, but I mean, torso tamers, waist cinchers. For people who are slimmer, you can do padded bras. Victoria's Secret has a really great one. If you need a bigger butt, there's butt pads you can get now. There's lots of ways for people who might want to compress a little bit or want to add a little bit more volume in their measurements. There's also corsets, steel boned and fashion boned. So the steel bones will hold you in a bit more. The plastic boning is more for fashion, but it's not really going to cinch down your measurements at all. But when you do want to get these items, bring your costume pieces to the store if you're going to try it on the store just to make sure everything fits, or find an online place that has a good return policy because you really want to make sure that fits perfectly before you commit to it, take the tags off and so forth. Also, if you're going to do a spandex costume, so your superheroes, anything with like a stretch, moleskin spandex catsuit, spandex flattens out everything. And I mean, for contouring, that's great, but if your female superhero has huge boobs, you're going to want a padded bra no matter what your bust size is. You might have a larger bust size. The spandex will still smooth it down considerably. So you do want to invest in that sort of padding to give that very curvaceous superhero look. And then we wanted to bring up sock glue.
Oh, well, I can use myself. I can use myself as an example. I'm going to go a little bit out of my comfort zone here.
Sock glue?
Well, this was probably one of the best secrets I found for myself. I have a lot of cellulite on my legs, but I've worn some very short skirts. I've also done Sarah's Victoria, which is an extremely short neck skirt. And
she's the best one ever.
She
is.
She's my Sarah's hero.
I'm going to have to do some self-promotion in a second. I'm actually pretty humble.
She's the best Sarah's ever. Don't believe her.
Thanks.
That's
They make me cry.
Don't cry, Christina. We have to
She's in the calendar.
Let's make up today.
Yeah, I'm serious.
To do my mini skirt cosplays and not having my cellulite show, I started purchasing dance tights, which I have on right now. From a distance, you can't really tell that I'm wearing them. And in photography, you can't tell, but these are actual Capezio ballet tights, and you can get them in plus sizes.
Yes, you can.
And you might pay a little bit more for them than conventional pantyhose, but they really get rid of cellulite. And if you are going to be wearing thigh highs, they grip your thigh highs really great, so you don't have to use sock glue. I mean, sock glue is wonderful. I love sock glue, but it's a nice way to kill two birds with one stone. So like my tights that I'm wearing are American Apparel thigh-high socks, so they're really heavy material, but they're also knit and stretchy. So I was able to pull off the thigh-high look with the knit socks on top of my Capezio tights, and not worry about sock glue, not worry about them sliding off. And it is a wonderful secret weapon, ladies, if you're plus size and you're going to wear a mini skirt. My other secret weapon, and this is anybody that thinks they might be offended by seeing my shimapon, please turn your eyes. I'm also wearing shimapon under my skirt. That's not my underwear. I have underwear on too. But this is a great way to protect yourself from panty shots. You can get shimapon style panties at like Aerie and Victoria's Secret and Lane Bryant. That's like the striped look is very popular right now. They even have them at Target, and you can wear them over top your tights, and that way if somebody is harassing you about dress code violations or trying to take an upskirt picture of you, they're not taking a picture of your real underwear. So that's my little
modesty time.
I'm wearing the same thing right now.
See, I have a quick comment on undergarments. Again, this is the historical costuming background. If you are wearing undergarments that will change your measurements, get them before you start sewing.
Yes.
Wear them every time
Wear
you
them
fit.
while you're making your costume.
Yeah.
We're going to take these 2 comments, and we really are like in the mega time
Yeah,
crunch
we're
now.
right now.
Yes, Kelsey.
Well, if any of you have ever heard of a company called Spanx, my mom actually works for Spanx, and Spanx does, it is on the pricier end. They also make men's Spanx, so you can do the men's shirts and men's shorts if you have. Yeah. Spanx are the best thing ever. Like I said, 100 pounds, but I still wear them under every costume. But they do have a line at Target that's less expensive. It's called Assets, but it's still the same
my
level
mom
as
loves that.
Spanx. So same company, all that stuff, so you can get it for like $20, and you can have something that's going to help you kind of stay shapely. There's a good one. It holds everything in and puts everything where it needs to be, and they have butt pads.
Yes, ma'am.
I was actually
It removes panty lines. It's great for under my Harley Quinn. Thanks. That is all.
Good. There you go. I was actually going to say I bought one of those like tummy and bottom controls specifically for a cosplay that I'm going to wear tonight.
Yeah.
That was actually a little too tight around my belly for me.
Yeah.
And I actually did find a way around that because there's a vest that goes over it that doesn't constrict me as much, and I just like leave the underside unzipped so I can actually breathe. But a little tip if you're going to order cosplay offline, because that's what I do with a lot of my cosplays. I order them offline. You're always going to want to add at least an inch to your belly to have room to be able to sit.
Breathe.
It's from either Korea, Japan, or China.
Yes.
And they're automatically.
Can you frame him or
Yeah.
Hang on, we have a little technical difficulty, but we'll keep talking. It's okay.
It's a cute picture. Yeah. Well, Christina gets through the technical difficulty. I wanted to talk a little bit about. Can you pass me your calendar? So I'll do this. Okay. So talking about Christina Sarah's Victoria. Woo! This is Christina Sarah's Victoria. We've both been part of Girls of the Con, which is they do really great calendars and events throughout the year. We're not just promoting, but we want to give them as an example that there are groups out there who really value people of all sizes, all colors, all shapes. And every year there's this is Girls of the Con, so every year there's a very diverse groups of women who appear every single calendar year. So it's a great group to look out for, support. So it's not just, like some TV shows that I won't have to mention that have very, similar body types, very similar types of people. There are groups that are very diverse and really want to promote that in cosplay. So you shouldn't be afraid if people want to come up and say, look, I want to take a picture of your costume and I'd like to feature it here. They're probably being serious. So you shouldn't kind of side with it. So there's Christina as Sarah's Victoria, and then this is me as Rogue from X-Men. So if we're talking about, I have to tie it in for this. For Rogue, boob padding and actually butt padding, just because all the spandex smooths everything out. So that's kind of 2 examples of going into those. Okay, we're good.
Please come visit Girls of the Con at your local conventions. I think we usually have a table where you can buy our calendars, and think about applying to be a calendar girl.
Definitely apply to be a calendar girl.
Because they're worth it.
Yeah, Amanda's over there. She's one of them too.
I want to try it.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to really hurry through this
so we
section
can't
of
really
the
take-
presentation. So I'm gonna try to let y'all save comments for the very end. But I'm gonna talk a little bit about craftsmanship. This is not like a end-all, be-all of sewing panels. Obviously, I'm only going to be touching on a couple of things that have and have not worked for me as a plus-size seamstress. The first thing I want to say is you have to really be realistic about budgeting your costume out. The more money you can budget towards your costume, the better quality materials you'll be able to buy, and then that equals a better end product. Especially with plus size costuming, I think it's really important to make your garment really durable